but I know that a lot of people don't want to give up the foods they eat, or they don't want to give up alcohol, for example, is something that I've come across a lot lately, where people don't want to give that up, and there's calories in that, don't forget. So and a lot of people don't want to exercise. Now, I do think you should exercise, and we'll get into that in another session, but today we're just going to talk about how can you lose weight by still eating the same food you're eating today and not adding any exercise to your regimen. And again, it's going to come down to a calorie deficit. So first off, what I want to start with is labels. So I've got a potato chip bag here, and you can really learn a lot from reading a label. For example, this one here basically says that one serving size is 12 potato chips. Now, I don't know anyone who sits down and eats just 12 potato chips. But if you did just eat those 12, that's 160 calories. That's a lot of calories just for 12 chips. But if that's how you want to, if that's the kinds of food you want to eat, that's fine. If you want to eat 24 chips, you've got to know that you're going to be up over 300 calories already. And that's just, and you're not even getting anything to eat. One of your meals should be between maybe 300, 450 calories. So 24 chips really doesn't make a very good meal. But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You just want to make sure you stay under that calories. Another point that I wanted to make was on protein. If you're going to be eating foods that aren't that good for you, or higher density calories, then you're going to want to make sure you're getting enough protein. Now, if you're not doing any activity, you should be having about 1/3 your weight in protein at least. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be having about 66 grams of protein at a minimum. So you want to make sure you look at that. Another point I want to make here, and it is on this bag, it tells you calories per gram. Okay? So if you're having 1 gram of fat, that is 9 calories. So you really want to watch your fat intake as well, because in compared to carbohydrates and protein, those each have 4 calories per gram. So you can see if you're having fat, you're more than double the calorie intake. So you want to watch your fat. So again, calorie deficit is very important. And I also talked about, let me see if I covered everything there. I covered drinking and all that. If you're drinking sodas, any kind of sports drinks, anything you drink other than water is going to have calories, and you need to account for that. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not going to sit there and count out my potato chips or weigh my food and measure all my calories. That's fine. But you got to get yourself to a point where you're doing some kind of portion control. So, there's tricks like, say for instance for dinner, put your food on a smaller plate. If you think you're at the point where you're full, stop. Give yourself about 15-20 minutes to allow yourself to know that you're full. Because if you eat your portion and then you keep eating food after that, you can keep stretching your stomach and eat more than you need to. So you want to try to just eat the amount of food that you need. Now, again, this is not the best way to lose weight, but I want to bring it up because I know there are, again, people out there that just don't want to exercise, don't want to count the calories, don't want to eat healthy foods. They just want to keep doing what they're doing and lose the weight. So maybe they're taking some pills that raise their metabolism. I don't even know what they do. I do know this, though. My wife, a few years ago, was taking something. I don't even know what it was. And she was losing weight. So whatever it does, it helped her lose weight. Suppresses her appetite, raises